Hello, welcome, and good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, or depends upon your time zone. And Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today is a very, very special day of our 100 Days Digital Mastery Challenge. Online shopping mall is the project which we are going to discuss. This is the day I have been looking forward quite some time. I think those who are going through the programs already know how important to us online shopping mall, especially the 100 Days Digital Mastery program, or those who are already going through. And those are first time, I think I understand so many new registrations. There are so many people actually signed up today only, especially to know about our done for you e-commerce business model or online shopping mall business model. So that's exactly what we are going to do today. So anyway, I welcome on behalf of ADM everyone to this program, and thank you so much for all of you are tuning in. I know some of you have very late night or early morning, and we appreciate that as you're joining this program today from different part of the world, and especially on a live today. Okay, so thank you so much once again, all of you being part of this. And another 100 minutes, we are going to discuss in detail about the project, an upcoming project, which we are discussing about part of an e-commerce opportunity or a digital economy or part of our digital mastery 100 days of program. So inshallah, we'll have a very detailed discussion today. And I'm surprised being a lot of new offers, new something which all of you can immediately start off the program. So we have lined up very, very packed one. I think I'm so excited to share with you. So I'll jump into the program now. Meanwhile, all of you get settled in. You wanted to have a complete focus today. What do you mean? What do you mean by focus? Focus means you need an absence of distraction. So make sure that is all of you have a good quiet place, and you have a water or beverages you wanted to have it. Please pick it up now, and also get a coffee or tea, whatever you want, a notepad. You please. Get done, and another 100 minutes without a break we are going to do. And after that, we have a mastermind program. Some of you can also welcome to join there today. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll take you by slide all at this point. I'll connect you to the slide. Meanwhile, all of you get settled in. Okay, thank you. Okay, so once again, officially I welcome all of you to the 100 Days of Digital Mastery Challenge. Today, day 64 out of 100. I think that most of you have successfully completed 63 days of a program. Now we are moving to the very, very important project of our company. So today I'm live from Doha. It's September 19th, Saturday evening at 6 p.m. here. So I welcome all of you. Today the topic to discuss is about e-commerce, starting your own online store with an exclusive niche store with us. It's a project which we are going to discuss about today now, e-commerce done for you. It's a world's most comprehensive technology platform for e-commerce from Qatar under your brand. That's important. Many people are thinking that's because we are based in Qatar, we are starting something in Qatar. Actually, no. We are starting something in global. Like many brands from Qatar, the Qatar Airways is a global brand. Al Jazeera is a global brand. Similarly, it's branded from Qatar, but it's for a global brand. So this is exactly we are going to discuss. And here is a very unique concept. It's not you are starting any marketplace like in Alibaba or Amazon. You're starting your own online store under your own brand name, where we provide technology and operations, admin, logistic, and everything, whichever you wanted to run a completely done for you model. At the same time, you can also be part of our niche store part. So basically, you start at two e-commerce companies, two e-commerce store in one activity. This is exactly we'll discuss today. So I'm quite excited to share with you. This is, I think, also those who know me, that last 5 years I have been talking about this dream project. So today, I think some of you, maybe hundreds of you, is going to listen about it. So we'll see how we can take it forward. Okay. So the project name is Online Shopping Mall. Please do not misunderstand. This is a website name. This is just a project internally we started calling as a shopping mall because this looks like a virtual shopping mall. So it's a project name. It's not the branding. So branding we have not yet revealed. We will be doing, so that's first our foundation stores are got over. So we have something called foundation store, then we'll be discussing about it. So before that, I think I noticed that the majority of you are joining first time. So we have something called 100 Days of Digital Mastery Challenges going through. This is basically 100 days of program. We started in July 1st with every day people go through 100 minutes, 6 days in a week. And 100 mentors will be working with his mentees. That's when the person is going through the program. We call it as mentees. And over 100 plus countries and thousands of people, that's what we can subsidize. And we will help the people to make at least $100 per day through various e-commerce or online business opportunities. So this we are doing. So as you know, that is, we completed 63 days. In that, we also completed a 4 mastery program. It's majorly e-commerce mastery. Today's topic is actually part of e-commerce mastery, but we already completed e-commerce mastery. This is a standalone program. We are one of the successful and most exciting and the most appreciated program was a YouTube mastery, a faceless channel, and very unique strategies which we brought to the market, something like capture weights. So that is which we successfully completed. That's one of the most exciting things. In fact, in the second week or a third week, we completed on. Then we also completed something called affiliate mastery, where we wanted to start an affiliate business. So we started that. And we also completed a drop service mastery about, that's after COVID-19, these are major businesses where people are looking for a drop service in a different level. And the potential is actually really, really increased. So we are looking for many people starting. I think, in fact, around 30, 40 people actually decided to start their own drop service business in various parts of the world. Now, we also completed something like funding and investment. How do you get a funding to start your own online businesses, and how you raise a capital from the online itself or maybe offline method. Then business plan, business strategies, and how you treat as a digital asset. How you investing in various places, how you can invest and make an asset and get returns for your project. This is a digital asset. We call it flipping. This also discussed. Okay. So this I give you some background. So considering the guests, the people who attending today. So this is what we have been covering. So one challenge for all of you, especially those who are coming today. Some of the words we will be using, like a flipping. Now, all the things you may not be familiar, but please do not worry if at all you're familiar. If you have any issues, so we have after today there is a series of subsections will be there to clarify your queries. Plus, you also have an individual consultation or individual mentoring with any of our consultant trainers, event managers, or maybe a DigiMentors or a social media influencers will sit with you and explain to you everything in detail. Please don't worry, but try to understand the entire business model. That's more important, and also understand how it will be beneficial for you and what level you can associate with. Because I'm going to discuss a series of opportunities where you can be part of. So let's get to the internet now. So when you look at it as now is a 2020, unprecedented time we are in, post-COVID. COVID-19 actually changed our life, and post-COVID-19, we are not sure how it is going to be. And now some of the countries, second lockdown, some of the third lockdown, some of the countries started functioning partially. So that's a period we are going through. Now, during the period, everyone acknowledged one thing. There's a knowledge economy and digital economy is going to grow. Right? Everybody, we could survive this period because the online, because we internet, because we connected, even our groceries, our medicine, our schools and colleges, everything started happening online. So now when you look at 2020, now here's the first is in April, 59% of the world population started using internet. So more than half of the population is using. And when you look at the Zoom, everybody, including you, now when you look at it today, Zoom become one of the things. Like Zoom is an just example. There are so many other companies like Zoom started doing a virtual meeting. Our meeting become completely online, and we prefer to start meeting online, right? So over 200,000 meeting happen every minute in this online now. As you know, the Netflix is also improved. It's started doing a great thing during this next period. Now this is the thing. This is a period we are living now. When you see now Instagram post over 300,000 come. YouTube around 500 hours of a video uploaded every minute to YouTube, and approximately 319 users. Twitter, more teaching, and plus also Facebook exchanges around those many messages, and even LinkedIn. Apply for various jobs. One of the major challenges, the pandemic period happened is the job losses or the companies getting closed or maybe layoff on sabbatic leaves. All the things become the part of life. Now today, more relevant to us is in e-commerce. What is happening in a minute? Amazon ship approximately around 6,600 shipment in a minute across the globe. So that's a business we are doing. Now, above that, all I think WhatsApp users there, but most important thing is the consumers spend millions of dollars in every minute. So this is an opportunity we have. The consumers are going to buy and avail, and so many things they're going to do. So if all of us is looking for an opportunity online to start a business or to be part of any other segment, when an investor or a professional or a self-employment or a freelancer or a pure entrepreneurship, or you start your own corporation, whatever you're planning to do, look at the opportunity we have. So today, now we have been discussing, I think you've seen the topic, various opportunities, starting from a YouTube channel to drop service business we had discussed, and we also discussed the blockchain. Now today, we will be focusing only on an e-commerce, especially with the project which we are talking about. So now this, when you look at it, 2020 to 2021, this year alone, the growth is, even though our economy is down, many of the countries, GDP 5%, 10% is down. Some of the country, even 23% is down. So think about it, this time also there is a digital economy, especially the e-commerce is growing with a $6.5 trillion dollar business. So, and 2.1 billion shoppers are expected to shop, in this year and next year together. So when you look at it, this e-commerce, before we jump into our opportunity, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, in that perspective, when you look at now 2 billion people are using e-commerce, people are buying from online on a regular basis. And retail is really, it's doing a fantastic. In 2019, did a 3.3%. It was only expected 19% growth. But 2019, the e-commerce retail asset growth of 23%. Now, many other new market like India and Indonesia is going to grow with an e-commerce in a very large scale. Hope some of you are aware. Large corporates and SoftBank from Japan, German investors and Saudi investors and US investors investing heavily in these two countries mainly. So because the retail industry, e-commerce is going to grow in this market. Now, when you look at the retail sales, 2019 to 2040, all the purchases, around 95% of the purchases is going to be on e-commerce online. You can imagine the situation. Today, less than 4%. Less than, COVID-19 did little more because other purchases reduced. So that's the reason percentage went up. But from the 4%, it's going to be 95% of purchase. That's an opportunity we are talking about. So 20 years from now, when I was in 2000, 2001, 2002, Y2K period just got over. That time people were talking about Vision 2020, etc. I was thinking 20 years. Now we are in 2020, right? Think about it now, another 20 years, now another 3 years, another 5 years. This is an opportunity we are going to have. So looking at this, anyway, this project is a part of Vision 2030, which I'll discuss with you a bit later. But I've shown you 2022, 2023, 2025, and even you are looking for a very long time. This is an opportunity we should be looking into. Okay. Now today the market is going to change, as I mentioned. So China is going to be the biggest market for e-commerce, and total, China is going to contribute, and already done 33% of the growth, and internet, through US, in internet users in US actually, over 80% of the people already made a purchase. So that's another market we should be very seriously looking to. And its industry is going to be 740 billion by 2023, less than 2-3 years from now. So when you look at it, all these growth opportunities and the positive, the optimistic way we can look into, that is today economy is in trouble, various industries in trouble, various segment which may take decades to come back in life. But that's opportunity we have. It is on an e-commerce segment. That's exactly we're talking about 2020 to 2023. So when you look at it is, why the people are buying online. So there are many reasons, but because of mobile users, internet users, and social media usage, and of course the technology transformation, making the people to buy online, and the more number of products are available in the market because of the online marketplace happening in with various companies. And people really want to take an informed decision. They go to a network, social network, and to take a review or take an opinion. From the people, then take a decision. And clothing, especially that kind of a segment, is growing phenomenally. Okay, so and plus when you look at a business point of view, how people are promoting and reaching out to us. People are reaching out to email. People are doing a search engine optimization. When you search in Google, company site, the website are ranked, and people immediately purchase, and people completely trust the Google first page. So that's one of the biggest strategy we should be looking into. Your niche product, your market, your segment, your price, that your website should be ranked in the Google first page. So people are buying. And of course, the huge level of other traffic is also important. Now, when you look at it as this, by 2023, this growth, or 740 billion growth. And all the people money is going to around 12 million e-commerce websites. We have around 12 million to 24 million e-commerce websites, and small and big together. Okay, this includes Amazon, Alibaba, eBay, all these companies. So this $740 billion business of a US market or across the globe, $4.5 trillion businesses is going to be with the people who start the business. The question here is, would you be interested to be part of this one, to take this? Anyway, this business is going to happen. We are going to get connected. We are going to get part of this, and we get benefited off of this. So this is exactly today we are going to discuss about it. So the many companies are already doing, like Amazon, all the people is doing, but the COVID-19 became a great opportunity for us to look into in a different perspective, in a global perspective. Sitting in maybe different part of the world, maybe from China, maybe from India, from Pakistan, maybe from Australia, Singapore, maybe from Middle East, you may run a business globally and target these markets. Not only the markets which you are talking about, your local market, we are talking about the global market. And majority of the things which is I'll be talking to North American perspective and European perspective. So that's a real market now. So when you look at apart from China, okay. Now this, when you look at it is, there are demographic and towards the customer's part when we think about it, there are a lot of things we have learned, like men buy more and Generation X consumers buy more, and compared to like when you look at it is the change. 10 years ago, how you looked at into the online purchases was for youngsters, but they got changed. And especially Generation X is, buying more, and they're buying more often, and their frequency is better than millennial shoppers. So, and even all these aspects, first important thing is the conversion rates of the shoppers. That means 100 people come to your website. Usually people buy around 2.7% to 3.2% only buy. That means approximately 3 people buy the product from you. In a way, you think this way. You start an e-commerce website, you make 100 people to come to your website, 3 people buy products. So our job is one way we look at, set up a website, get 100 people come to you, 3 people buy it, as you make a profit. So we need to make an economy like that. We look at the financing like that. We have a great opportunity. That's exactly the strategy we'll be talking about. And people are paying online, and this is happening around. So we don't have to look and study twice now. Should we start or not? But the best time is, no doubt about it, this is the right time for us to start. Okay, that's exactly when you look around today, because the COVID-19, because of the pandemic, this unprecedented time, people really took the advantage of the online, and people are buying online, and they continue shifting to online. There are more and more people are buying online and more often. So this is the best time for us to start, and it is a rising. But the challenges now. Think about why many people are not starting on online business. And many people are, those who started also, they also have challenges. So we listed out around 25 e-commerce challenges who start the business they cannot avoid. There is a different 25 reasons which we discussed a part of this program, where why people are not starting an e-commerce, because they'll have money issues, they'll have I think that is actually, it's not a real issue, because if you wanted to have the resources readily available, obviously the person who's listening to this definitely can be part of. Okay. Now, another one is specifically I'm talking to the people who already have a visual thinking or a thought or idea or experience, or you already planned, or you have a dream to start an e-commerce business. Look at the challenges. So I spoke to you about the positive part, optimistic part, where the world is working well. Now, what is exactly the challenges we are going to? The first itself, building a quality website, there start the issue, right? The moment you think about a website making, that itself is a challenge to either highly priced, and the way you want it, you don't get it. So much of issues there, because always the technology and the manpower comes in expensive one. Then there is a issue of product sourcing. So to do an e-commerce business, where do I source a product? Even if we go for a shortcut method, still there is a product sourcing issues, right? That's another challenge people think about. And shipping and delivery of the products is another biggest headache. No one wants to get involved, right? Packing, unpacking, and delivery is part. And the most important thing, even every time whenever I start a new topic, I always ask, what's the most important part? It's the customers. We need a customers, right? Whatever, everything is ready. We have a fantastic website, product is ready, fantastic price. You have good offers, you have good packing, you have logistic material, but there is no customer, there's no point. So here is exactly the opportunity. Now, this is customers. is more important. So how do we get a customers? So when you start a business, a kind of an assurance also we need. I need a customers. So not everyone may not be customers, as we discussed. 100 people come, 3% people buy. That's it. So that should be the customer ratio, a conversion ratio we should be looking at it. So at least I want that done. Okay. Then technology, as you know, today, augmented reality, virtual reality, a lot of new technology has come, and your website to be well equipped, because customers has an expectation that, right? People are expectation increased. They show me in VR, show me in AL. So they will ask you to show, and your technology, your website must have these features. That's another part. And search engine ranking, people immediately search in Google and look and take a decision. But you are there in the first page, because most of the 95% of the Google users or search engine users, including me and you, usually don't go to second page. We go to first page and take a decision. Rarely we go to second page, third page, no. But when you search something in a Google, you can see around 80, 90, 100, 200 pages. But people only go to first page and second page. What happened to the rest of the people? They never found. So you need to have a business. You need to rank in a Google first page, right? So that's one of the major challenge everyone, most of the people actually face. Another headache, as you know, the moment the people see this part, many people don't even know how do we handle the warehouse and shipping and sourcing from the places, and to get the how do I say, to get transported from another country to new country, then licensing part, irregular, customs duty, etc., and this putting into warehousing and shipping options. It's this one is one of the best, or one of the most challenging thing for everyone to address on it. Then handling that inventory of that same thing. Then fulfillment centers, so you every day you have a different kinds of orders, split orders and multiple orders and priority orders, and packing and unpacking and warranty, returns. All the things is a part of fulfillment centers need to handle. So most of an average e-commerce website owner nowadays, they don't have a fulfillment centers, or like in US or in a European country, when people don't have a proper access to fulfillment centers. So that makes the people to start everything from either from their home, or they start from the office. They have a garage space. So, and another important part is digital advertising. Is it's very expensive, and it's getting more expensive. The auction is going up. The Facebook has increased price, and all these places the price is going up. So this is also a challenge for many people to start with. And then the new set of a market is basically influencer marketing. But influence also becoming expensive. So people finding a difficulty to market that as well. Now, logistic partner is another issue. You have a few shipment, maybe 100 ship in a month. So you get a different pricing, and you need to do the same kind of formality if you do for 1,000 as well. Okay. So this is another issue, especially small and medium entrepreneurs who start an online business do. Then another issue is a cash on delivery management. And customers expect a cash on delivery. They want a cash on delivery, most of the places, most part of the world. Now, when the product delivered time, it is not happening. Then it come back returned. It has a cost and huge challenge for e-commerce store owner to face it, right? Then another issue, customer service. Customers are always right. They want to talk to someone. They wanted to, and so you starting yourself, maybe you alone started, or maybe your two partners started. And if you start attending all the customer care, you may not be able to focus on your business. And this if you don't have a customer care, that become a bigger issue for you as well. So customer care has to be taken care, right? This is another challenge we will have it. Now, another thing, we start with maybe financial bootstrapping, or with whatever the money which we have, we start. Now then raising the capital to next level. Unless you have a good capital, good seed fund and the growth fund, you may not be able to work and do good campaigns, a good branding aspect, maybe operational aspect. You will not be able to employ the right skilled people. So how do we raise the capital? That is another issue people are looking into, right? This is another challenge many of the e-commerce companies face. And shipping cost, depends upon the distance, weight, all the things, another challenge. And when you charge this, your product price goes up. And consumers' expectation is delivery is free. So, but you have to amortize the price, because delivery is not free for you. The customer is expecting, but you need to pay your packaging. The person is doing the packaging, then loading and unloading, the transportation of that one, and everything. You have a cost, and you amortize that price to the product price goes up. So that is another challenge usually the people face it, right? Now, of course, another issue is a security issue. So technology aspect is always vulnerable. You need to have a little protection, and you need to take care of that one. And conversion ratio. You're getting a people to your website and converting that people to our business. So average of, which I told you about, the percentage of 2.4 to some 3.7%. That conversion to maintain, you need to have a right strategy in place. You need to have a right people to work for it. You need to have right methods and tools to use it. So most of the time, people don't even know what is this two things called. When you talk to any of the people who wanted to start their own online businesses, you check with them what exactly conversion rate optimization and what exactly the and the campaign budget optimization. They not even heard about it. Many of the e-commerce website owners, including those who are running, forgot about the new people. So this is a challenge again. So if I'm not getting any traffic, I'm not getting conversion. This is another challenge. Then another thing is a very frustrating thing is that many of the customer return policy. That's a big issue. So it depends on the country. You have that issues, a small and bigger way. For example, it's a good news is you are doing a business in Japan, you have only 5%, but you have 5%. Every 100 shipment go, you have a 5% a day. 5% will return. But if you're doing in Brazil or India, you have a 30%. So 100 goods goes, 30 will come back. So you need to be careful about it, right? Many at the time will make a loss here as well. So another issue, you bring a customer through with a lot of effort, through maybe SEO, through social media, through email marketing, but he buys and he leaves from the shopping cart. Cart abandonment is the biggest issue of the e-commerce companies. And they don't know what to do after that is a big issue, right? So then when as you know, you also add many times, we don't buy it immediately. And for the company side, they bought up to the cart, what is not happening from the cart. Now, as you know, today the technology is improved and many companies are going automation. Everybody trying to do automate with the AI, with robotics, they want it to be automated. So how do you going to automate? Many of the companies, the people that are using a platform, they cannot completely automate it. And that's the reason they need to be there. And there's a manual, and there is error. So this is another challenge e-commerce companies faces. Then, as I mentioned, it's a lack of access to the many other, like when you Amazon, you look at, they use a lot many AI. eBay started using AI. So all the CRM tools come with the AI. So if you are not utilizing this kind of an opportunity, which are expensive, when you do alone, there's a point I'm coming to that. If you do alone, everything we are going to do redundant investment. But all the large corporate companies can handle because they have a large volume. So that's exactly the point which will be discussed. Collectively, we can do and come out to this issue. Then another issue is a payment gateway. So that is first of all government rules. Then most of the countries, you wanted to set up your own payment gateway, you need to register a company. Then you need to have a tax registration. For this too, you need a commercial license, and you need to pay an advance or a lease to hire this place. So that is another challenge. Some of the country like a Middle East countries or Qatar or UAE or KSA, you need a local partner to set up this one. And again, you have to pay monthly some fees, or they will hold the 50% stake of your company, etc. So payment gateway setup issue, when we say, it's not just an issue of a payment gateway. It is an issue of many other things. It's not that easy for a people to do. Then another issue is the legal issues. One is the regulatory issues. Second one is also website store owner. You will have a lot many issues on a regular basis come to the, even though it's not your product. Sometimes there's some, or maybe some other brand product. Because some issue happened, they bought from your website, they put you in party as well. So I know nothing will happen to you, but it's the headache to respond, to be part of that legal process. This is another issue. And you may not, especially a small and medium e-commerce owners, may not have someone to handle a legal issues, maybe a legal department. They have to go and separate one and invest money with the lawyers and get things done. Again, it's an issue. So what I'm trying to say, all these things, there's an issue, including the right people to get for you to work with. As you know, many people in e-commerce is not a game of a business; it's a game of a technology. So, how you get people, or how the right skilled people, if you have it, the best campaign you do. If you're a right people, you have a best UI. So it's everything about the skills and talent and experienced people to come in with us. So it's very, very important to have this one. Now, there are a few other challenges. Then we'll come to this opportunity we are talking about. Other major challenges, one of the major challenges all of us going through is the knowledge, experience, and skill. That's exactly the reason we did a 100 days of digital mastery program. Those who went through the digital mastery program, you can see, which is 63 days, people are gaining experience, understanding how the entire thing works. So that's one of the things all of you should be looking up. Second one is, I don't have money, lack of financial resources. Even they don't know how to raise the money. Even they have a little money to start with, they don't know how to expand that one. So lack of financial resources is another big challenge. Then some people don't have an initial investment. That's another challenge people come across. So that's another reason people don't start with, right? And then sometimes people start, but the recurring investment is the challenge one. So these are the major challenge when you look at. And biggest challenge is marketing and promotion. All the things you start up, then how do you get the customers? How do you get the people to come to? Those are the biggest challenge, right? Marketing and promotions. Now, how about if I tell you an opportunity? We address all these challenges and give you a solution. This is exactly I'm excited to share with you. When I can solve a lot of problems, a lot of entrepreneurs. That's what exactly our company stands for, Shiga DigiMentors. So we're proud to say this is the project. Majority of these problems and challenges which we are talking about, we address. Majority. Now, I know that business comes with 100% because we do something, a new strategy, we'll discuss about it. So those who are attending first time, as you know, my name is Shan. I represent the company called Shiga DigiMentors. And basically, we are a mentoring company with working with a large vision, we tuned with a vision 2030 for Qatar. With the Qatar is becoming a knowledge-based economy. So we're the place we actually work as a consultant, training, and mentoring aspect. And apart from that, we also do digital projects. We're doing a major 4 project, which will come to you a bit later. Now, so Shiga DigiMentors are founded by His Excellency Sheikh Jasmine Al Thani, the Vice Chairman of the Mohammed bin Hamad Group, and he's completely passionate about making this a part of a knowledge-based economy. So that's the vision. Next 10 years, we are going to work with that. And major activity at the moment do mentoring, consulting, and training. That's a major activity apart from the project we are. And at this one, actually, we actually completely tuned with the Vision 2030, and we really wanted to. The project which I'm talking to next 5 years, we wanted to make a kind of a global brand from Qatar for a global market. That's a vision which I'm talking about. So we don't have much time. I'm not reading out the complete vision statement. It's there in our website. I would like all of you to go and read about our chairmen, our founders, a vision about 2030 about the Qatar and how he connecting his various enterprises, including a Shiga DigiMentors program. Now, when we look at it as this project in detail, when we announced just before the COVID-19, this is a press release we had done just before the COVID-19 talking about coming out of the project. Unfortunately, April supposed to happen. Now, October, we are planning to do the project announcement activities. So part of that, all of you participating this program. So we made a digital mastery program to bring out many entrepreneurs together and digitally, collectively doing a strategy we thought about it. So based on that, we come out with a strategy called Online Shopping Mall. As I mentioned, it is kind of a project name. It's not a brand name, but people can immediately relate and understand about this program. So I start with the strategies. I think, first of all, before we go to the strategies, I just want to tell you, especially the people who are attending today, first time, we have a various strategies, different days, different strategies, tools, methods, ideas, we say. And everything is 100 business strategies, 100 tools, 100 business model, 100 business ideas. So this is what we are doing. So today, this 34 we already completed in the last 63 days. Some of the strategy we presented during the 100 days is phenomenal. We got a fantastic feedback from various industry experts. So I believe some of the strategies is going to be be really proud of that. And plus, we are coming out a much better strategy. And today, I'm going to discuss with you collectively a couple of strategies together. Usually, one strategy I present, then explain about how it works, then go to the implementation, then go to other aspect, right? Then go to another strategy. So it's today slightly different because I was finding it challenging to split and explain because it's a combined together concept. I'm talking to you a business model. I'm not talking to a tool or I'm not talking to one idea. I'm talking about a completely today. So that's the reason I put 3 to 4 strategies together. Then I'll explain you other strategies a bit later. Okay. So first strategy is digitally and collectively. That's the name we are calling it as. One is the business we have to do digitally. I think you don't have any different opinion that we have to do digitally. We have to survive. We have to be digital. But not today. That is people are social distancing, but people basically physically distanced, but they're not socially distanced, right? Similarly, now all the people can come together. We need to work together. When we work together, there are a lot of advantages. And first advantage is you don't have to do a redundant investment. For example, I start an e-commerce company and you start another e-commerce company. We all should do the same formalities. Same company registration, payment gateway, product sourcing, logistic arrangements, staff members, offers, and product delivery, packaging, insurance, everything we have to do redundant. You have to do, I have to do. But same customer maybe same market maybe. So why should we do this all the two, so if you do it together, it can be one office, it can be one website, it can be one payment gateway, it can be one logistic company, it can be one company to supply through everything. And one, instead of you hire an average guy, I hire an average guy. Why can't we both together put that money together, hire an expert and work for it? This is what exactly in a brief means collectively. So today the world is a global village. We need to work as one family. We have to work to come together and work. That's exactly collectively. So instead of each one of us going and do a redundant investment, we do together, which is much cheaper, plus much better we get. So that's a strategy number 35. I'll tell you how it is a bit later. Normally when I strategy explain, then next immediately jump into the how implementation. I'll finish the strategies, okay. Now second one is strategy. When you start an e-commerce today, from my experience of 20 years, I'm telling you, you need to go with the initial, but especially you're starting first time, it has to be with the e-commerce done for you model. Otherwise, when people are excited about it, they want to start off. I've seen majority of the people give up the business in 3 to 6 months time. The moment they try to attempt, then realize it is the challenges to set up entire team. So that's the reason once the website is ready, you're ready to do. You're ready to promote, you're ready to work on it, and you're ready to put a 3 to 4 hours. You're okay, how to various things work on it, you're ready to put an effort. But the problem is, up to that ready, you're not able to work on it. Then I would seriously recommend everyone to go for a done for you method. This is a connected digitally and collectively. Why? Now, when you're doing a tie-up with, individually, if I do this business, and you do the business, same company from China or Turkey will be sourcing the product. So there's two different arrangement, 2 different import license, 2 different duties, and 2 different consultants should work on it. Why? We can do together, right? That's the point. So, but this setup part, then you need to have a website and you need to arrange everything. So this model, not required, number one. Then it go make it in, give me my website. I'm ready to run that company. But not to set up all this headache of the 25 to 50 acts. That's one is everybody is finding a challenge. So here is a e-commerce done for you strategy we should use. The next one is something called e-commerce niche store with a mirror store. I think some of you, those who are going through 63, the importance of a niche. And the day 2, the very next day, we discuss with the importance of the niche. And that's a market, especially you are targeting or you are starting with limited resources. You starting yourself, you don't have not like a large corporate like Amazon or a Walmart. You're starting you alone, or maybe around 5 to 10 people. You're starting at this. So then you need to go for a niche, the market, and as you know, niche is important for a marketing aspects. So here, if you are talking about the strategy, a niche store with mirror store, I'll tell you what is a mirror store. So so you can see 35, 36, 37 strategies. Together, I'm going to explain you. I would like you to pay attention. You wanted to take a pen and paper, you can take it. I'm sure you'll have many questions to ask, and please do. And we will, if you have time today itself, we'll take a Q&A. Otherwise, we'll definitely take a question and answer tomorrow. And I'm 100% sure you'll have a lot of questions because in 100 minutes time to present this is quite challenging. Now, when you look at it, is all the strategies combined together. I'm going to explain what are the strategies. Online shopping mall strategy number 35, digitally and collectively. That is e-commerce done for you completely. You can immediately start with your You don't have to work on a setting of the website and product sourcing and garage arrangement, fulfillment arrangement. All those things not necessary. And you have a two store with the freedom. So I'll come to you what this two store, not one company. You have two, not one store. You had a two store. So mirror store. We'll come to the mirror store idea as well. Okay. So what exactly online shopping mall? No, so I'll make it out a layman language. I'm going to oversimplify now. For everyone, even you're not from an e-commerce background or not from a technology background, you don't know anything about it, still you'll be able to follow this one. And those who are familiar with the experience with e-commerce, please excuse me on this part, because let me simplify here. Now, like how the project name is just like a shopping mall. So when you look at the shopping mall, there are a lot of plus points at shopping mall, which is a lot many brands together, very convenient and clean and sophisticated, and facilities are available there. And multiple brand, and one person can come and buy multiple products in one place, and everything is arranged one place, right? That's a good thing. And same thing is imagine on an online now. So multiple products, multiple brands, multiple things in one website. And shoppers like to have that one place then to buy order. And that's exactly the idea of an entire shopping mall coming in entire shopping mall in a different part of the world. Now, when you look at it this way, now think about you are starting a business. If you are planning to start your own business, would you like to start a business in a shopping mall or outside the market? Now, when you think about it, this one, in a physical world, I'm not talking online, I'm talking the physical world. If you're planning to start your own online, or your own physical business, brick and mortar business, where you want to do physically, you prefer a normal standalone street or a shopping. So it depends upon how you look into the business. And when you evaluate, both has a plus and minus. There are good thing about the starting in shopping mall. There are good bad thing about shopping mall. You lose self-implementation. For example, you have everything in place, the cleaning and everything they take care. The problem is the shopping mall closes at 10 o'clock. Now you have a lot of customers that come at 10 o'clock. You are sure they have to buy, but they will ask security fellow come and say you have to close down. You have to go. You have to obey their timing. But if you have a standalone shop, it does not matter. Another few minutes you can go and nobody's going to ask you. So this is a plus point you have. So plus you have more freedom. You decide what the price. Shopping mall, you cannot decide your own price. You need to know so many other things. So, but altogether, there are advantages and disadvantages. For example, if you take it like this, now you start alone, and then one of the problems, the moment you wanted to start and stand your own business, the best is you need to have a good location. Then only you have a footfall. Then only people come to your place. So locality, parking, promotion, security, all this become an issue, right? You need a good location. And the people wanted to come. Shopping mall, there's a parking already. But in standalone, you have to give a parking. Promotions, you need to do various promotions to get the people to your place. And security, your own responsibility. Shopping mall is at an extent that takes care. And logistic managers, sort maintenance, so many things, right? Same here it is, when you look at it, small has a plus point and negative point, right? That's not exactly my point. But both cannot be done in a physical world. We need to be in it to, if we wanted to start both advantages, we need to get it. We need to have both two store to set up. Okay, because we are in the shopping mall, we are inside the shopping mall. Where we want to start outside, then you have to be outside. You cannot do it together at a time, right? So here, that's exactly the point. Online, it is possible. You can be inside at the same time outside. Virtually, it is possible in two places, right? So how about when a shopping mall, if I give you an opportunity like this to making online part. So this arrangement we call as internally as a niche partnership. You become a niche partner, one store you own run. At the same time, you also get a store outside. So this, we have around 7,000 plus categories, over 1.5 million products, with a ranging of product price margin of 10% to 500%. Okay, so this will come to that way. First, we'll discuss about how the business works. So here the communication is together digitally and collectively. The strategy I spoke to you the first, digitally and collectively, we become partners and work on it. So what, as a shopping mall company, shopping mall we honor, we offer the biggest headaches you don't have to take care. That's like a logistic management we take care. And the product delivery we take care. And you need a people to come to your website, right? That's what our biggest challenge. You need a customers. So we bring the footfall to the website, according to the shopping mall. So when the shopping mall comes, and because the problem the offline shopping mall is, when a customer comes in, you are on the first floor, and your competitor in the ground floor were near to the entrance. Your customer, by putting a lot of effort, you brought him to the shopping mall. But once he come to the shopping mall, he saw your competitor, he might go there. But here, because we are doing digitally collectively, no competition within the shopping mall. No competition. So someone come to buy a shop, to online shop from US, he want to buy a shoe, he buy from you on the shoe store, they buy from you. So we as a company bring the traffic to the website, and we expect a 3% of the conversion. 100 people come, 3 people buy, and they have a different requirement of the 7,000 categories. Anything they buy from different part of the 170 countries, one of the countries you own the store, and no competition. So like a physical shopping manager, no competition, you get it. So, and plus the entire maintenance of the store and setup, everything, as a shopping mall owner, we take. And we do promotions online as well offline. This is a complete, now, so you can see a 1.5 million product, the 7,000. So we can afford to do a lot of offline, and we can have a brand ambassador. We can do a fantastic thing together. Now, if you do alone, collectively, there's an issue, right? So here, digitally and collectively, it means we can do much better way. Much better way means much larger way we'll be able to do. And something important part, and standalone, is going to be a redundant investment, because one company to run a loyalty reward program, lot of expenditure. So here, 7,000 people together to do a loyalty program is amazing. So we have our own loyalty reward program, and we can also have our own debit card and credit card, where you don't want to have a consumers to suffer or the people to transfer the money, etc. So you go alone and ask a copper 100 credit card, or you want to be an acquirer, they may not give you. But we say there are 7,000 stores and transactions across the globe, 170 country, and we have 1.5 million products. We wanted something like that, MasterCard and Visa. In fact, MasterCard already partnered with us. So this is an arrangement which we can have an addition. These are a few examples I'm telling for you to understand. So another thing is that the strategy majorly I should discuss about niche arrangement to avoid the competition. See, one of the biggest problem many people say, because of the competition, I'm not getting a sales. So within the shopping mall, you don't have any competition. So someone comes to the buy, you are the only person using the TLD based. There is a mirror store as a TLD. I'll come to that one. First, we'll finish out the shopping mall part. Okay. Now, so what are the benefits for? So you can have a 24/7 a globally people can buy, but your niche store dedicated to one geographical area, competition, you can have that one. And you can have a multi-currency and multi-language. So different part of the world, customers want a different language too. They can have, you can set up whichever the language, customer can choose different languages. And there's a very interestingly, very other arrangement, which an individually cannot do, we cannot do. And just for an example, I'm telling, because we cannot discuss all the features during the 100 minutes time. Now, something called a nodal account. So what is exactly nodal account? So when you look at it, is number of transactions we are going to have. Number of transactions means, now think about 1.5 million products, 7,000 stores, even per day, 100 people only buying. Think about number of transactions. So many transactions happens. And now do these transactions to trace it with an account, credit card transaction, debit card transaction, PayPal transaction, crypto transaction, cash on delivery, check transaction, demand draft. So many different transactions. It's a big headache, right? So this is something called the banking segment also improved now. There's something called nodal account. So we have a nodal account, which means think about a consumer came. You're owning a store, a shoe store for an American market. From New York, someone bought a shoe from their credit card account with your store. The money comes to the account, and the bank itself will separate the money. It's not that it's come to a Shigar Digimendes account. Then we take it out and distribute. Okay, your profit. This is a transaction fee. This is a logistic money. This is a product sourcing money. This is a marketing fee. No, bank has the solutions. Bank itself. You can Google it. What's nodal account? You can see it is a nodal account. Is a system especially came out for online businesses. So if you go with a 1 company, 2 company, 3 company, bank will not extend this one. So this is as a large businesses we can do. So this is a nodal account. So this is another advantage we do digitally and collectively. So individually we cannot get it, but collectively we can have this one. So this is a nodal account we can have. So like when you look at many of the technology which we cannot have, it is we have in the OSM. OSM means online shopping mall. Okay, we internally our team call it as OSM. Okay. So, for example, you can have a much better technology because, again, we can afford to have better technology. So you don't have to compromise on a technology and fight and get the Now, but ultimately, customers' expectation always similar to their wanted, like an Amazon and Zara kind of site they expect. So at least that level we can reach if we do digitally and collectively. And you can convert because you have an expert working on, you have a conversion rate optimization properly, then we can have a more conversion. More is 3% is enough because the global standard we need to maintain, and global standard companies are making money, so we also make money. So that's a 3% is actually we need to working on, and get a more traffic. So different way to get a traffic. The instead of individual merchant is getting more than a shopping mall get a more traffic. So with a lot of promotion, like digital promotion, advertisement promotion, other promotions, affiliate marketing and remarketing and retargeting, we can generate more traffic to the place, and there's no competition. Means over coming and buying something, you definitely get a sale. And because your size of the website and your SEO strategy, and you have an expert, we can rank in a Google best way. You can be there in the first page of Google, and that's a good thing of this. We are going to get on it. Okay, so that's another thing. And of course, we can have a good social media promotion. So everywhere collectively, we can do much better way, and you get a social traffic to your place, and you can have a much more better look and feel. And we have a fantastic funnel program, funnel and landing page. When multiple funnels, multiple landing page, we can bring on it. And you need to have a fantastic hosting. As you know, one of the major problems people are going to face or are facing is a hosting. And that best thing is always expensive. Again, you are digitally and collectively, you can do better. Now, project, this business, when you look at it, is your customers, you don't want to lose your customer. So you have that protection as well. And you can sell anything, anywhere in the world if you want, but that depends on strategy. You should choose what you want to sell it at. And variety of the payments. Now, as an individual company, when you start, you can have a limited payment gateway as a payment instrument. But if you have a large company, we can accept American Express, Visa, MasterCard issued by any bank in the world. And we can also have other components to it. So many of the time when you go to the website, you can see some of those cards even don't work because they have used in an entry level of a payment gateway they use. We can use a multiple payment gateway and large level, even a payment gateway issues. But in a way, actually, when you look at it, is the 25 points I told you, is everything we have a solution there. And it reduces the errors and saves the time, etc. And have more conversion, and with a lot of power tools we can use it, and we can actually have a fantastic and beautiful stores having, and even abandoned cart. There is a tools and methods and professionals can work and do a conversions more. So as I digitally collectively, we'll be able to do that as well. And each product we can actually do a search engine optimization aspect, and we can have a fantastic coupon program, affiliate program, voucher program, etc. And technologically, that people who are expecting everything and people want the best. The 4G, 5G is actually demanding the best of technology. So yes, site speed is important. The site speed, you need to have better infra in place. It's expensive. So an individual, you may not be utilizing that kind of infra, but collectively, again, you have a much better way. And marketing. When you look at it, there's various projects to do. You can do that. And digital wallets, you can have multiple, the payment. Not many methods. We have a digital wallets, right? Like, crypto payments. So many payments has come up now. So we can have all the thing in place. And lot many new technology, new strategies also we should be able to market, which is like major company do. If you start alone, we are alone. If you do 7,000 people together, we are much larger. So that's an idea there. So sell everything is one platform we can do, and even wanted to set up a marketplace we can do, multi-store we can do. So it depends upon how we promote on it. Now, you can have a different price list, bulk pricing list. We can have an advanced search, even various kinds of API, especially from our product sourcing time. Most of the company suppliers give us the application program interface to integrate to our website. So we can integrate all the website to us. As you know, it's a couple of days ago, therefore yesterday we've given a lot of importance on email marketing. So email marketing also, one of the major market to focus on it. And what I'm trying to say, even a marketing level, we can have so many facilities if you do together on. And we can manage inventory, and we can do all the, the aspects of it, packing, garage issue, inventory issue as well. And we can also hire an expert, and management and operational aspect. We can, hire an expert because we can pay a much better salary because it's not one, So multiple people are working on this. Okay, so all this, when you look at it, is like even a technology aspect, mobile optimization is important. Mobile applications become important, and marketing aspect, social media integration become important. Now, once the people buy it, is the shipping. So is it taken care, and the tax part is taken care. Return and refund is taken care. Report analytics you can access anytime, and all the performance you can actually analyze, and complete statistics we can have. And even your website should have a different search facilities you can actually set up, and we can order process all these features which I'm showing to you in the shopping mall. If you open a website, you get these features, which is very advanced level, which many of the other platforms won't give it up, because most of the time people cannot afford if you start with one store. So multiple stores always give this advantage. And as I mentioned, you can have multi-currency and all the things. And cross-border transaction also you can do in a fantastic way if you have all the things in place. And you know that in future of the e-commerce is going to be omni-channel. And unless we understand about the customers, so this analytics also become very important. And security part has, one of the challenge we discussed. And this is, it's important to have backup and restoring expert. And always we need an expert. There's no doubt in that field. Whoever is expert, that expert is putting an effort to us, and it's very, very important part. Okay. Now, a lot of marketing part. When you look at this is a portion we already have. Now, if you start a website like this, we can have an advanced level of SEO and social thing we have. We can do to rank in a Google. How important is on-page SEO. We can do on-page SEO, product optimization, can do an upsell like different features, which is we don't have much time now. Otherwise, we would explain. When a customer comes to buy something, you sell something to him. More like upsell and cross-sell. We can have it. We can have a remarketing. You know that when you go to Google something, you and then check the price of some product. Even though you not buy it, whenever you go back again to YouTube or Facebook or Insta, you see the same product again tagging you, coming back to you and following you when you're watching video or Insta or a Facebook. So this is called a remarketing and retargeting. We can do that. It's possible with our platform. And coupons and vouchers we can do. Blog post and marketing we can do. And of course, there's working with expert is an option we have to do that one. And like now, another important part, please understand. Many people start product, source the product, and put in a garage, and again pack it and send back. So we have something called fulfillment centers already exists from Amazon, Alibaba. We can use the same infrastructure by paying some rent. I don't know if you know about the fulfillments. When we use this one, a large business we can actually easily handle, and they are expert in that one, right? And all the things, payment gateway and social media, all this part which we are talking about, we can integrate. My point here is we can have a world-class thing, everything to do, go to the part. And plus a lot of earning opportunities, like an affiliate program. And you have a person to talk to, you have a dedicated person to handle all this part. And level of revenue sharing affiliate program. And you can actually monetize the traffic coming to the website and getting a revenue. So, and various marketing strategy we can do. And for a lot, many other features are there. We are not going to discuss all the thing in detail now, because it's in another occasion over the marketing strategy, technology aspect, we can complete it. If you decide to participate as part of the one of the store owner, niche owner, you definitely over 100 hours of a training you go through to run this one as a part of this program, because we all should be knowledgeable and experienced and get at least some idea to handle how this one, right? Now, when we look at it 2015 to 2020, same thing 2022, 2025, when you look at the companies are going to do. So we need to think about one thing important. That's an important point I just put here. There's something called the niche exclusivity and geo. So this 7,000 stores which we are talking about, each one of you has some kind of a conference on a different country. If you ask me which is the market, always US. Then come to the other market. Some people know, people say, India and China is the biggest market. That is a businessman prospecting. So you will be able to choose the country market you wanted, which you can avoid a competition. So like I said, when you wanted to go and start selling a shoe, you believe US is a good market for a shoe, you can choose US. And we don't allow you to have any kinds of competition for it. And not only this opportunity we give you, we also give you an information based on the studies by expert, like, we recommend this market to do, and these are the markets are having a less growth. So this kind of information we'll be able to give you on that one. So this information for your product, you can actually collect, and variety of the things you can do. Now, you also think about why the people are buying online. So you think about your customer point of view, to save a time, to save, for a less tax, and you can actually, people can easily compare, and no crowd, they don't want to get out, or now more varieties. So this segment is actually, is there in 1979 onwards, and it's an ocean of opportunity. So when all the thing, when you look at it, we have all the resources placed. Now that this we can do in a much larger, in a greater level part, right? So this option of opportunity. So when you look at Amazon, how they started in 1995, this was the website. A few books they started selling, and where they stand today. So why they are successful, we can actually study on it, right? So here is one important point. We have major important point. So digitally and collectively, the strategy which I discussed with you. What are the major challenge and opportunity here? When you start today an e-commerce company, biggest expenditure you are going to incur is the salary of the people who are an expert. The moment expert, you need to pay good money, right? And anybody who's working the company, that's one of the things that over 1 million people get a salary from Amazon. And you know that one of the issues Amazon going through, they cut the salary, all the issues. But here, when you look at this business, very less number of employees, an expert will be there to work entire shopping mall. But each store handled by entrepreneur. You handle and you get you paid from your own store, and you have a 2 store. One is a store within the shopping mall, one store outside the shopping mall. One store you can have a completely under your brand, your name, you can run. One store within the shopping mall, and that logistic exclusive market for you. And these 2 places, entire technology infra and marketing infra, operation infra is extended by us. So you don't have to worry about running in that. As we discussed in the beginning, where you start a shop inside the shopping mall, you lose the other plus points of outside the shop, outside the shopping mall facility. You start outside the shopping mall, inside the shopping mall facility. But here, that's exactly the reason you have a mirror shop. You have 2 shops to run it as. So both is supported by the company. Only the difference is, in the shopping mall, we have a pricing strategy. And you may not agree with that pricing strategy, because as a shopping mall should not make a bad name saying that you charge them huge. So that's a reason, minimum and maximum there. And your independent store, there's nothing. So because that's your own brand, under your XYZ brand, you're running it. There is no upper limit on it. So here, our shopping mall works in both the cases. There's a marketing fee of an average of 20%. You get $100, you can give us a 20%. That's a model we work on here. Okay. Now, here is another method, a management principle. I'm not calling a strategy. We call it interdependence. So we as an entrepreneurs work together. We are not independent or not dependent. We are interdependent. You have your own strength and you work on it. I have your own strength. We work on it and make the things better. Just like a shopping mall, how we start a business. So we each one of our going and starting one business in the shopping mall. At the same time, which I shown you like earlier, you own one shop, I own one shop, and shopping mall runner. That's exactly that. There's a 7,000 independent niche website as an interdependent will run. That's an idea. So each shop will be managed by 1 person up to 15 people. That's the size we are thinking. Maybe you can start first time you're alone, but when you start making profit, when you feel it is you can make more profit, you want more things to happen, you can hire more people as well. Average of 10, 15 people is a fantastic thing to run if you want to do. Of course, you want to do more, you can do it as. So that's one. That means the company as an online shopping mall, when you look at, we don't have overheads of the huge salary too, because every entrepreneur is individual entrepreneur. And he hire people and he share from his profit as a salary to them. So that's the reason many other competitors with the biggest headache is we don't have as well. So this is another advantage. Secondly, collectively, we can back in and do a partnership and tie-up. For this project, we made up Google as a partner, Microsoft as a partner. Why should they partner with us? Because 7,000 plus companies. And we made a partner with many technology companies, many supplier companies, 7,000 products. As you know, ADM, not even one product is not ours. We did a partnership we sourced the product from Turkey, from China, and Thailand. So many places, we are sourcing the product through a partnership, and we have a better price, collective bargain. If you go and buy 1 container, different price. If you go and buy 100 container, it's a different price. You agree or not? So we can do collectively bargaining and collectively partnership and collective promotion we can do. So which help us to do hassle-free logistic as well. And you don't have to take the headache of your customer. If CRM, whether your shop or the in-store, both will be handled by the company. Efficient CRM will be handling. And we have a high-level branding. We spend on a media to revenue generation aspect, and of course, a very aggressive digital marketing aspect also we take care. So now this, I believe all of you got it. Now I go to next strategies. Before that, I'll just quickly tell you with the actors, what are the people who's going to be handled this one. And first of all, the people who come into the website, we call them as visitors. So we have a website. Whoever come to a website, we call them as a website. We'll start from there. Then we also, this is another thing, because we are doing together, we can afford to have a bigger technologies like AI, advanced level of AI. So all the prospective customer coming to the website will be tracked with the AI. We customize the activities and read them back and increase the conversions. So this is one of the plus points. Then we make them a customers. Okay, so we make them a customers. Once they become a customer, we have something called loyalty programs, a regular customer, something like Amazon Prime. So we have a loyalty program we can run, so people can enroll with the loyalty program across the globe, regular customers, repeated customers, increase basket size. ARPU is, that's average revenue per user. That's the standard of the e-commerce. Okay, so that we can increase, etc. And of course, we can have a fantastic affiliate marketers across the globe associating with this, because they one affiliate program, they have a 7,000 plus categories and niche. Then there is a new concept. I'm not making this as something affiliate and e-commerce together. AFCOM, the concept which we discuss about, a combination of affiliate marketing and e-commerce, which will later stage we'll discuss in detail. Okay. Then of course the consultant, the expert we wanted to have various kinds of people. We can company can have various kinds of consultant. Then we have something called fulfillment centers. So consultant is basically why it is important. Sometimes you're promoting some new products, your legal part, maybe your regulatory aspects, maybe your marketing strategy, or maybe your operation strategy, pricing strategy. So you may require. So you are in-house. We'll have a consultant for you to get that one. Then fulfillment centers. You don't take care of any product delivery. You don't product sourcing. Everything will be done by fulfillment centers. We take care of the fulfillment centers. So this are fulfillment centers across the globe with a company website which we listed 170 countries. All are fulfillment centers, nothing owned by us. So as I mentioned, that's the beauty of this program. And we'll have a logistic partner, because that is once we have a large scale, we can do a better price on it. Then there's a niche partner. So you become one of the website owner. We call you as a niche partner. Okay, and you also an independent store. So you have a niche shoe website inside our shopping mall. At the same time, shoe.com, you have an outside, there's independent. So you are a niche, but still we call you as a niche store owner only. Other site we call as a mirror site. So this is a mirror site concept. So niche partner, you can have them. And investors, that there are many people, hey, I don't want to work, I'm ready to invest some money, and can I get kind of returns? So investors can have two kinds of arrangement. One is a rental arrangement, which I'm going to talk to you a bit later, which is very interesting. Another arrangement is, you say, okay, 50-50. Okay, I invest for a store, you run it, we make a profit. So we have a method, even investors can real-time see how much is the business happening, and they can have. So many people say, I don't have money, so take any of the investors' stores and run it and make money. So these are investors, and this is a good news for investors. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to spend the time. You just invest money and let other people work and share. I'm saying 50-50, another, just an example. You can decide what the arrangement you want. Then, of course, the staff team members is another entity we'll have it. So basically, over 7,000 products to market. You can choose your own niche with us, and you can be part of this process as we discussed. Now, I'll tell you one thing. You need to choose the niche partnership with a country specific. So the 84% of the business is not happening in North America and Europe. Rest of the world is happening. So that's exactly which we started talking about. World most comprehensive technology platform for e-commerce from Qatar and Rio Grande. I hope you agree with now. This is what exactly the slide I started with. So you have an exclusive niche store and you have your own store. This is called a mirror store, your store. So one niche, you have multiple stores. And one store, you have your own strategy. One store is a shopping mall strategy. Both places, you have a revenue coming in. So this exactly the concept which we discussed. Now, why should we be part of this one? So one is we give you quality traffic. So you don't have to struggle to get a person. Why you go normally to shopping mall to open? You know the people come to shopping mall for buying things and maybe watching movies and restaurant, all the things there. So we bring up people to that. Then we also have a completely and a payment gateway solution and all the things which is we discussed about it. As for a small and medium entrepreneurs can have their own. Another important thing. Now you wanted to start this business, you don't have to register a company. You don't know how to have payment gateway, which we discussed the problem, right? Now, if you start your own company, again, you have a redundant investment. You need a advance to be paid, deposit to be paid, rent to be paid, interior to be done, tax to be done, incorporation. Then if you are in a Middle East or some other part, you're an expat from other country, you need to have a local partner and you pay the, maybe some percentage or monthly some sponsorship fee you want to pay. Here, nothing. You just need a bank account. Even in fact, bank account also not required. We'll give you card at later stage, but bank account to have is good. And just a government issued ID card, maybe passport, maybe a driving license, anything on the issued by the government. That's only two requirement. Of course, your computers, internet, you are operating from home, internet need to be connected. So that's a good news. You don't require anything. And you remember which I told you about nodal account? Not money come to us and come to you. Why we ask you the bank account is nodal account works the bank account. So the moment a purchase happens, your portion of the money, bank will directly deposit in your account. So this is the beauty of the program. So that's called nodal account. Okay. So this facility you get it is for this. So you don't record a company, you don't record that investment. Basically when you look at it, that itself is a huge investment. Sometimes you have to pay around $5,000 to $10,000 to set up everything in a proper manner. So it depends upon who you do. And you don't want the inventory to involve. And plus, what are the skills, knowledge, experience you wanted? We will give you training, and we will involve the people to give you support and to get you. That's why it is, because you as a shopping mall entrepreneur or a niche store owner, when you improve your skill, knowledge, experience, you improve your sales. When you improve sales, we work on a 20% of the market and your 20% will be more coming to us. So this is another thing. Every niche store owner will get over 100 hours of training, even the beginning itself. And every tools and plugins and methods and strategy we incorporate, partnership and tie-up, we will also give their training also to you. So that's the way, over a period of time, you become an expert. And 6 months, 1 year time, you will be doing fantastic with us. Okay. So this is the one important aspect to promote these 1.5 million products across the globe. Now, in a vision, now I'm going to talk about the future part. Now, what we are benefit, I'll tell you. This is basically what we look in. One of the points is talking about just setting up the business around 3 to 6 months time it takes, and people lose the energy, people lose enthusiasm, people excitement is gone, that aggressive entrepreneurship is gone. It's going to be a very big challenge for them to do that 3 to 6 months. Those who start an online business, check with them. They tell you this now. So here we are talking about one business day, you're starting your own e-commerce business. There's a vision which we are keeping. That's exactly the reason we started the foundation of our 700 stores. Then we go through this model. I'll come to that one. Okay, so here's the tri-party agreement. You can also have under your own brand, no competition within the mall, realty exclusivity, and no developer record. You know how to use a Facebook and Gmail. That knowledge is enough, and you get an exclusivity. No, this one as we discussed. Okay, now instead of going to a lot of other things, you can actually directly to focus one market based on a keyword and can do that one. Okay, so it's basically you have a two website, and the second website you can have under your own brand, and you can have your own margin to promote, and everything to handle. You have a dashboard. You have a dashboard. You don't require a technology person to do, and you can actually location based products you can add and more do, and even we integrate the Google Map and do a retargeting and remarketing, and even to your other website we integrate the logistic part as well. And you have without knowledge, a content management system you can do, notification promotion, product management you can do, and you can have your own URL, your own brand, not necessarily online ADM onlineshoppingmall.com to use it. Here you can have your own domain name under your own brand, your store. You decide what the domain to be done. It's your brand. And outside the world, people don't even understand you are part of the niche partner because they don't know what is happening, right? And language translation, currency switch, everything for your independent store also will be set up. And you can upload the bulk and completely automated logistic, ship anywhere, product level discount you can offer whatever you wanted. So you can see there's almost the same feature in the shopping mall. Even your independent store also has it. And you handle that one, and you can have a mobile application if you want, and generation, basically augmented reality, virtual reality, we integrated with your store and do promote it. And of course, you can do a complete analytics and a discount whenever you want to offer a different, which we encourage, do different kinds of more discount sometime to get everything. And you also, we believe in affiliate marketing, so we'll also can get a lot of affiliates to market your products for you. You know that is now over 1,000 plus product website will be ready to market your website products. Those who know affiliate marketing, you understand. So you have any store, someone else market for you. After they market, you pay his commission. And this entire order management is online. You're not physically touching even your other stores. Complete security for a store. And you can design your theme, etc. if you want to do. And you can also check the data as an income list checkout and drip mail conversion. There's a few technologies. So I'm saying these are a few things which when you look at it in many of the e-commerce companies, you check with them. They may not tell you, okay, this is very expensive. So these are the advanced one we even agreed. And even without coding, you can change the design part. And you can do mix and match times. So these are exactly what you get at. So I hope you got 35, 36, 37 we discussed now. Now we go with, I'm going quite fast. I just to finish another few more important part today before we end. Now, how this business model works. Now you started this, you like this idea of collectively doing, you got exclusivity, you know that you can handle some niche, and you can, can work on 3 to 4 hours, and you can see, 3 to 4 hours, what you to do, what's supposed to do, be given a guideline. You have an operation manual, standard operating procedure. So you have a team to support. It's a fantastic thing. Now, how the business works. Now, first, there's 2 things here. One is entire thing is work on something called a revenue sharing model. So from the nodal account, the money will be distributed to the different companies. Your money, your profit comes to you. The product sourced money to the stockist to go, or maybe the ADM investor to come to the ADM investor. Logistic partner payment comes there. And there is a marketing fee come to the ADM. And maybe any tools we have to pay money. So there are many things on tool-based or transaction-based. Then at credit card, there's a transaction of a 1.5 or 1.6% fee. That is, everything is a bank will distribute. So this is a model we have. Now, how you fundamentally in a simplified model, how you make a profit. I'll tell you an example. Now you have a 2 store, and in 2 stores, 2 different pricing. One has an upper price limit, we kept it because it's in the shopping mall. Outside the mall, you don't have that issue. So you can decide what price to do. An example, a casual blazer price is around $164. Example. Now, this is, you sell it for $137, which include the product sourcing cost, product cost, packaging, delivery, everything. So it was only $27 things you are selling it on. So when you 164, when you sold, you made a profit of $137. So 137 is the margin you made it. In that, we charge a 20% of the transaction cost to come to us. So that's the way it works on it. So your margin is $87. So we make rest of the money. So that's the way 80% is with you, 20% with us. So this is the model, it works. Now, this is, you can understand it is now how we are interested in, because you increase the more, we also make more. I think that makes sense to you now. This is the entire financial model. So whatever you do here, 20% is the average. Some cases like a gold and all comes in, is different. Even some cases, some electronic items in a different margin comes in. Now, we'll go to the next strategy. So I think you'll have some questions here. You please note down all the questions. I'll take the questions, and I really want to take some questions and if not, definitely tomorrow we dedicate it for Q&A session. Now, strategy number 39. What is the traction and raising the capital? This is a fantastic thing. This I would like you to understand on it. The problem here, some of you may not know what is traction. We did a session on how to raise a capital, how to do fundraising, right? How to raise the capital. So traction is the secret of getting the money from investors, right? You look at the first few questions of the investor ask you, you have traction. If you have a traction, you can proudly present. And many other people only fund you have a traction. So traction is very, very important. So what the traction is, basically you make kind of a money which is, to show to the people you can make money. So you come out with any business model, you're only talking with a paper. People are not going to believe, right? You show that is, I'm doing business, I'm making revenue, already people are paying this much, people are buying this many products a day, and this much is the profit I make it, and I already appointed a franchisee, I already have an affiliate for me. All this communication give a lot of confidence to the investors, and in fact, investors believe in that way, because there is something called it will be looks amazing on theory, may not work on a practical, right? That's exactly this, and we should show the traction. So now, if you want to know this more about the traction strategy exactly, we discussed on day 37 on August 17th. You can go online and get these details. One option, you can download the notes as well. Now, for your your point here is, when you look at it, is you can use this as an opportunity to raise a capital. Why? Because when you have a traction in our niche store, you can show to the an investor, hey, I'm making this much money already. And if you can invest on a campaign, my independent store, we can make more money. So someone say, I am having in my credit card only $500 or $1,000 I can do campaign, and with $1,000 I'm making a profit of 1,300, 1,500 in a day. So if I can have a $10,000, I can make this way. So I have the market potential. So this attraction communication actually people understand. And this is the opportunity you get to show. Not necessarily not only for e-commerce. For example, you want to be an entrepreneur. You got some other idea apart from e-commerce as well. You want to be a social media agency, or you want to be a drop service agency, or you want to do some other aggregator business. You want to start a mobile application business. Sometimes that even basic amount you don't have it. So you can use this as an opportunity, combine together, make as one business model, and show the traction in the online shopping market, and get the finance to be done. So the traction, if the problem of the biggest problem of the new entrepreneurs and startup, is solved in that way. And plus, you also know one of the services which we provide is also an extending support to identify investors. In fact, when you look at it, is when I started presenting, I'm telling the investors to invest money here. So where do he invest? He invested the stores. So he looked at which store I can buy. So it tells me the investor walks in and asks, hey, can you tell me which are the stores making good revenue? So if you're making a revenue, definitely you get an investor, right? So this one is the support we extend. You can utilize either independently for e-commerce, or you can use for others as well. Now, strategy number 40. The next strategy is an amazing strategy and quite exciting to explain to you. This is, and there is something why we created this program on September 19th. You know that many of your maybe the friends might have invited you, or business partners might have invited you, or maybe our own existing participant might have invited you, because there is a fantastic opportunity from our chairman, founder. He came out with the strategy. As you know, that he's in the big time real estate, so he came out with this idea. So exactly I would like to share with you the strategy. It's an amazing one. And please do utilize this opportunity. It's getting close now. One is the strategy of the, this is basically, you 40 and 41 together I'll explain you, then you can understand. The 41 is actually flipping of this one. What is a flipping? Flipping is you're buying and selling of this, like a website, like a business flipping. In the physical world, there's a business flipping. You sell now if I wanted to sell off my business, I sell my business to someone. So my entire business is bought over by someone else, right? So store flipping is a very, very common thing. In a real world also, you think about, that some new project is coming. What the real estate companies does? They offer a better price. Initially, some stores people buy for a throwaway price. And the people buy that throwaway price, that is later they get a rent, or they can actually sell for a better price. So this is exactly website flipping as well. So you can go to different websites like empireflippers.com, flipper.com, feinternational.com. These kinds of website gives you this opportunity. But here, now within the store, we are extending this offer. You can also flip it. So now the very early stage, I think this opportunity in a world maximum of 1,000 people knows now, 1,000 or 2,000 people, the maximum, I don't think so more than that. Now you have a better price. You can actually take about stores. Tomorrow when the market flourishes, when that we working on a large vision, 5 years time as a CEO of the company, my responsibility to make a valuation of this company over $300 million. And we need to go overnight in IPO in London Stock Exchange in 5 years' time. So that's the level we are working on. So every store, every category, every niche, every market price is going to be high. And you can flip that one. And the possibility of flipping that is high because there is a niche exclusivity. Now, for example, someone has taken a Rado watch or a Rolex watch for a US market. No one else can do that in US market. Now, one person is very much interested to have that store. He need to buy from the niche owner. So depends upon what he can charge. There again, the niche store owner can decide what the price you want to do. So again, we charge 20% of what the price you receive. So we work on everything on an average of 20% margin. You flip it, everything happens 20% of margin. Market business happens. So that's exactly a profit sharing method we are talking about. So here are two strategies together. You take an early bird offer. I'll tell you what is early bird offer now. Early bird offer. Then you flip it. That's an amazing thing. And I'll leave it to you. This is a note you can in short because we don't have much time now. So I just want to cover it. For example, today James bought this one and he sell later to the Jamal, maybe through a consultant help. So if someone wanted to buy this one tomorrow, that's exactly consultant will help you. So today there's a deal happened. One of the consultant and event managers spoke and discussed the person who's bought 2-3 months ago one store and he sold more than 200% margin in less than 5 months time in the COVID-19 period. So COVID-19 period. Today he sold that store because he literally never had any other money to support his life because he lost a job, he wanted to go back home and family is in trouble. So this was an asset. So yeah, that's exactly the thing about the store. He not even started his store. He just booked the store and he could sell that way. So that's an example. Now, this is a story about, I made a hypothesis here. Now we have a real story to talk about it. Okay. So this is the method. Now a consultant, a broker will, like in real estate, a broker will allow you to deal this, negotiation happen. Someone will buy and sell this around property. That's it. Okay. So this is another strategy. So you can flip your thing. Now we'll go to this next strategy, number 42, assured rental model. This is an interesting thing, like any real estate company. So why should you take a store in a shopping mall? In a physical shopping mall, you go to commercial shopping mall or a commercial shopping complex or maybe other places. You invest in real estate, you own a store, you get a rent, right? And sometimes you may not get a rent. Now rent is an issue, right? What is that? Pandemic time, rent is reduced, business is reduced. But the strategy which you are talking about, assured rental model, you get an assured rent for your store. That's the strategy, and you can take this opportunity there. So a niche store owner can rent out your store. So you take a store and you block the niche. Like an example, a Rolex watch or your shoe or your jacket, or you want to sell maybe some dresses, maybe a corporate attire, maybe a T-shirt. Out of the 7,000 categories of the product, which is you wanted to store one thing, and you have that one with you, and you can rent out this store to anyone who wanted to rent out. Now, that sometimes the people don't have a choice; they have to rent out because only one person owns one niche on board. Number two, sometimes that so many people comes to us say that, hey, I don't know how the money to start. They are the people they take around renter. Okay, so this one again here is a nodal account. You see the power of a nodal account. The rent automatically, the first revenue coming to the store, it comes to your account. The person who's coming to take a rental should only pay first month in advance. Second month onwards, the money automatically it come to the account. Okay, so this is I'd say owner of the thing. You get an assured rental assurance from our company. We give an assurance of a 36 months time. After 3 months, you get a 36 months of the rent is assured. So after 36 months, the company is gone. You don't want an assurance from us, and you're protected of 36 months. Some revenue coming in. This is number one. So this within the shopping mall rental, and you can also have your branded store. You have a 2 store here. So here, that's a store. We recommend you to give a both. Someone want to do only one on rent, one you want to rent. You can do that as well. So this is here. We will handle the rent part through a nodal account, as we discussed about. Now both stores you can do if you want to. Even though you're independent stores also, we handle anyway. Both payment gateway provider buses. So nodal account is possible to present that way as well, right? That's as an assured rental. So it's an approximately $200 to $1,000, depends upon the niche and market. You get a rent on one store. You can have a 10 store, $2,000. You can have 100 store. You can have like any other real estate business you can think of. Well, the price range, market, and the niche. Who pay? The person who should feel it is. So the minimum rent we are proposing to everyone is $200, which means someone want to start an e-store. He only invested $200. So someone can start his own online business with $200 because he only pay first month rent and rest is and everything. So you imagine that's supposed to be that. I'm going there. I'm talking to you, on the strategy aspect now. So again, here is 20% we charge on a rental. Again, everything work on a 20%. So this is as a special offer on assured rental model. As you know, assured rental model was not there. So assured rental model actually after the foundation of stores, we have a 700 foundation stores. The next set of the climb actually we're supposed to do. So actually, thanks to our chairman, actually I convinced him to do now something to because to start off now to have everyone is looking to have a great opportunity. So please pay attention. This is very limited offer. Will be get closed as soon as it's over. And it's an assured rental for a shop number 500 to 700. I think some of you are already owning a shop number 500 series, right? 500 to 700. So you get an assured rental, not less than $200 every month from the company. Okay, and it's to start with after 90 days time. So this is an opportunity. So 500, 600, 700. That's a range you get a rental on there. Okay, so you can take this opportunity, and it's a limited offer. I think we will close on the 25th of this month. So please talk to the mentors and the block your stores if you want to. Okay. Now another one is actually franchisee opportunity. Now if you know that is a completely virtually happening, we'll have a few offices in Qatar and few fulfillment centers, there are few development centers. But most of the people who wanted to start a business, when they understand now, very difficult people to understand this stage. But if tomorrow they understand, so easy to start an e-commerce business. So we have something called a franchisee outlets where they will be owning some stores. There will be 30, 40, 50, 100 stores. Plus the new people wanted to have a training. They wanted to understand how it works. They wanted support. This will be extended through a franchisees. So they can become an ADM franchisees with us. So if you feel into something this you believe in, you wanted to do some real e-commerce company at your hometown, an exclusive franchisee arrangement will give you in that area. And where you support the people and run this entire thing. And you should have some stores, because when someone comes to you, you should have some stores to show how I'm making money. And the consultant trainers, event managers, regional coordinators, mentors, and social media influencers support also will be extended to the franchisees as well. And there will be a kind of a coordination point, a kind of a support center, a kind of a training center. They'll be run. This is called franchising. This is another opportunity which company has it. So different cities, you can take it up. That's the way 170 cities we have a presence now. Even the product delivery list you might have seen in the website, or do visit our website and get that details on it. And that is a physical presence. So rest I'm talking about everything a virtual, right? E-commerce and e-commerce and e-commerce. Here we are talking about completely physical office. You need to set up an office and maybe a 3 to 4 seat office with a boardroom facility and number of people you want to work with them. We'll give you a guideline on that. So if you wanted to have, please contact your mentors. They will help you how you can block your franchisee in your city to start up that one. Second one is you wanted to part of our project launch. That's the one that's actually some of you already know. This is subject to COVID-19 lockdown, right? We will work on it. There's a huge project launch announcement we are planning to do. We've visualized a very large grand event, but now COVID-19, because the restriction we might do in a smaller virtually and the hybrid we will planning to do. Okay, so this is a time we say to everything is whatever we are talking to people, it's everything ready, the team name. So we will be showing to the world the entire 700 store up and running. That's called our foundation stores. So this is quite big. I'm talking about. I think I don't know if you do this one. So this special offer of this one, you can actually be part of it with the same method which we discussed. And this valid on 19th, today onwards, till number 20. But those who are, I know some of you have a 500 series of the stores, you also get this facility. Many people are asking me, sir, prices increased, can you do something? I said, no, the reason is this. Because I knew this is, I could do it as this deal with can do this one. Now, if you would like to own a store, what you do, talk to mentors, and this, you want to be part of a foundation stores, you need to immediately do this one, because today, this is the time I'm announcing the assured rental. Many people knew assured rental is there for the $10,000 onwards, $9,500 onwards the price. But today we are talking about this one. You can take the 700 stores, any one store, 10 stores, and you can see why we could do this one. Many people taking 30 stores, 40 stores, 100 stores. So you can have a more stores taking it is, and the prices are very nominal. The entire facility which I spoke to you about, the product, stock, every website, 100 hours of training, everything comes to the price of $1,647 with assured rental now, which was not there, just $1,647. And it was earlier mentioned the price in Qatari Riyal. Before the COVID-19, this offer was only applicable Qataris, and only with the Qatar ID was necessary. Because of the COVID-19, we expanded to everyone. So all of the world, all of the part of the world, you can take up the foundation store of the 700 stores. Now we have more than 200 stores is available. You can, but that's a first come first serve, and the assured rental only for that portion. So please do contact your mentors and the clients and the people as well. So action to be taken. So what the best thing is tomorrow we are having a Q&A. So whatever the questions you have, tomorrow morning you get a thank you mail from us. Go and fill it up. We'll try to answer that one. And the forms is already there in the mail come to you today. So you can fill out tomorrow, you submit, or tonight itself you can do this one. Now, there are a few other opportunities. You can also look into that when you discuss with your mentors. You would like to associate in a different level, like you want to in a bigger association. We have a consultant opportunity, which is we give you a guarantee of $2,500 assurance of the contract. You get it. You can do part-time and full-time. How much you do? 200 hours of work, you get it $2,500. Then there is a trainer opportunity. If you are ready to do trainer, if you are good at digital marketing, good at social media marketing, good at management, you're good at public speaking, you're good at marketing, you're good at branding, something which you are good at, valuable to the e-commerce project, you can become a trainer with us. And we also give you training around 100 to 125 hours. And we certify you, and you can conduct a training. All the places, the people, we are promising the 100+ hours training, because not our own staff members. You join as a trainer as on a contract basis, and we give you a monthly contract not less than $2,000. Then there is an event management activity. A lot of training event are going to be there. Different stores on a different kind of a, when there's a launching functions, there's so much of this owned by an event manager. You also get a different contract on that. You also have a social media influencer. If you are a micro influencer or a nano influencer, or you want to be a social media influencer in the future, you can contact us. We will give you, again, even you're with 1,000 followers Instagram, you have 1,000 audience, 1,000 people audience. You contact us, you contact the vendors, you can immediately become a social media influencer. You have larger, you have a higher contract. The minimum level is talking about $500 or $1,000 contract for a social media you will be getting on it. So the best thing is, what I would recommend is, immediately meet your mentors. Tomorrow itself you can do, you will better. Before 25th, all of the things, all of you should meet and do it, okay? So more details, if you want to know about, go to onlineshoppingmall.qa. Everything, all the things which I spoke to you, everything in detail is available. Even the niche, which I did not discuss with you today because of the time, you can go to the niche store and check on choose your niche store, click there. You can see various categories. From the category, when you choose them, then we will send you the list of the niche there. Why? Because we are not publicly announced. Each niche store, each niche, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the niche concept. To get a good niche, it's very expensive. So the research and everything is done. We don't have to just give away. So the serious people apply, then through a mentor will tell you that the project you have, then you make a decision. So this is the way, the procedure to do it. So book your niche store at the earliest. And thank you so much, all of you. I think you've got a complete idea about this one. And I'm really looking forward all of you to be part of this great project in any level. We don't know, as I mentioned, digitally or collectively, we should do together. This is, and I believe it is. This is one of the best opportunities in this unprecedented time. And thank you once again to all of you being a part of this webinar today. And I'm looking forward to do business with you, to partner with you, be a niche partner, or whatever level we have. Okay. And a few minutes from now, I'll be joining in a mastermind, and we can discuss in detail other part in the mastermind. And I would welcome all of you to join in the mastermind. My colleague will type and give you the link of Zoom. You can join there. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you.